because God was like, and I'm like, okay. And he's like, you know, Moses had every excuse to not do what I called him to do. And I was like, I mean, yeah, but okay, you have a point. Which point? He goes, Moses had a traumatic life. And I was like, go on. Moses was abandoned by his mom to a river, picked up by a stranger with wealth, and was adopted into a different family, given back to his mom, now in a weird relationship. And then when he was old enough to be weaned from his mom, given to the strange family again, lived with the tension of being abandoned by his parents in trauma. And I was like, I'd never thought about that before, that Moses may have had some internal struggle and trauma with family relationships. I mean, being adopted is hard. Seeing your adopted family across the river because you were supposed to be murdered, harder. And having a stepbrother who doesn't really like you because now you're in his way, even more difficult. And I thought, I'd never thought about that before until I walked in this morning. The Holy Spirit was like, pay attention. Because you know what Moses didn't do? Whine. He didn't paint his hair blue. Didn't go to an Ivy League school. I'm sorry, just way too real. What he did do was he studied, he learned, he became a man of conviction. And what I mean by that is Moses, when he was of age, went out to the field and saw one man abusing another man and thought, that's not okay. And rather than being like, let's protest, he took action. Yes, the wrong action. Let me just emphasize, the wrong way to handle it. But Moses did something about it that was true to his convictions. He responded from a place of trauma, not experience with the Lord. But he didn't grow up there, did he? Moses was a Hebrew, but he was not with the Hebrews. He was torn in a place he didn't know where he was at. In fact, if you look at this thing, he had an experience as an Egyptian, he had an experience as a Hebrew, and he had an experience as a Midianite. None of those things are friends with each other.